kind of a follow-up from the last video. So I'm very humble. You could see I haven't been to the gym working out wise for about almost a month now. When I left my job, I was obsessed with that class and I wasn't really taking care of myself. I'm trying to get back on board with everything. Just my body, my health, because I really just fell off with a lot of things. But 3-4 months ago, I was working out every day, sometimes 3 times in one day. I had a nice chest. I had a nice body. I was forming abs, but I couldn't really wait for the abs. Like the chest formed within 2 months, but abs, they take a lot longer. If I would like suck my stomach in, I could see my abs, a little bit. But I didn't see my abs when I was working out every day. But that drew attention to some people at the job that I left. And yeah, it's really hot out here. The job that I left back in Daytona, that drew attention to some people there. Now I'm not really good at picking up a lot of signs and social cues and body language, but for some reason, older women are a little more direct versus women that are my age, because as a guy, I'm supposed to ask the female out. It's not supposed to be she asks you out. You're supposed to ask her out. But the thing was, I don't ask women out at jobs because I'm already in a relationship, and that relationship is those dead presidents that I'm supposed to be making every hour. I'm not supposed to be worried about females because I'm not a social person, for one. I don't go out, and my only interactions with people are in jobs. So I learned from Kevin Samuels, working and dating, they don't go together. Like water and oil, working and dating, they just don't mix. So I wasn't being a jerk about it, but I wasn't worried about females because I looked at everybody there, male or female, or in between, whatever gender people classify themselves as today. I just said, everybody here is an adversary of mine. No one here is a friend. No one here is a significant other. Everyone here is competition, and I don't date competition. But I told you, the lady at my job that was obsessed with me, kept talking to me, kept yelling at me sometimes, had like a love-hate thing for me. It was no doubt, like literally, if I don't want to be discussing on this channel, but it was her, and it was one more lady. And let me just explain this, because here's the thing, I want to work on myself. I'm not a relationship person, and I'm not really a friendship guy. I never really been a guy that like to just be around people. But I want to just make it very clear, and I don't consider no one, like, he's yelling at that driver. I don't consider nobody unattractive. I don't believe in that word, unattractive. I don't like to call people ugly. I don't like to say people are disgusting looking. That's bad energy for me. But the women that were trying to get my attention, at least the ones that I knew for a fact, because I can't really read body language very well. And it was one, I think, that was sort of like around my age, but I didn't like her at all. Her attitude, I didn't like nothing about her. But she was obsessed with me too. But the lady that I work with, who I'm about to talk about in this video, she really didn't like the fact, and I'm not lying about this, there was a 19-year-old white female that I talked to there, because she was in college too. It was only about college. I wasn't talking to her to get to know her, because once again, I was only there to work. I'm not there to like get to know people. And with my OCD, I told the white female that I feel uncomfortable talking to you because I'm so old. I feel like a pedophile. I said, because like I told you, my intrusive thoughts, I just say things like that. And she's just like, you're fine. Why would you say something like that? And I just said, because that's how I feel. But this lady, she did not like the fact that I'm talking to this girl, and I see how it appears, but I made it very clear. I'm only talking to this girl over with school. That's all I'm talking to her about, and it does help that she doesn't come off much as a threat to me. But yeah, it's real hot out here. All of the ladies that had like a thing for me, I guess, most of them look like they lived like a crazy lifestyle, and they're just coming to terms with the fact that they have to work now. And this is why I want to explain to men too, because men, in their own way, they live off women. You know, when men that don't want to work, they will live off a female that they don't really find attractive, but they will live off this female so that female can take care of him. That's not a man to me. But also women, you never want to get too comfortable around a guy. And this is all I want to say. Never get too comfortable around another man. Always have your own, because I'm only talking about what I've experienced with my father and my mother. At any time he doesn't want to deal with you anymore, and the house doesn't belong to you, or the car doesn't belong to you, how would you feel if he just got rid of you in a heartbeat and you don't have anything of your own? Everything that you have came from him. You never want to live like that, because that man, you don't want another man controlling you. Just how I don't want a female controlling me, because the lady that was obsessed with me at the other job, I was kind of getting the idea like that's what she was sort of trying to do. She was trying to talk to me, and for one, I told her, like, I think it's real. I think it's not manly to live off a female. That's just what I've learned. My own father didn't tell me this. I learned this from a guy on YouTube. It's not manly. I don't care if you're in the worst state ever. You don't want to live under anyone as a man, because you don't want someone telling you to get the hell out of my house anytime they feel. That's just not, it's just not a good feeling to have. But I'm all over the place in this video. This lady, she she got mad one day. Like, she saw the ladies that at least I talked to. And yeah, this is the thing. This is why I talk to them versus her. She had a nasty attitude. One time, it was another lady I was talking to. I think she was like from Puerto Rico or Cuba. I was talking to her one time when we were trying to clock out. She said, next time, say excuse me. And she cursed at the girl from Cuba or Puerto Rico. She cursed at her. And it was because of her attitude. I really didn't want to really deal with her. But it's like this. I'm not talking mess, but she had no body at all. She had no body. Like, she wasn't overweight. You could be skinny and have a nice face, but she didn't have any of those things. But she had no body at all. When you have no body and you're not very you're very unbecoming. And I don't like calling people ugly, but when you have all those qualities put together and you have a nasty attitude, yeah, that makes you less, 10 times more unattractive to men. Because this is just my thing. I'm not really like a looks, features guy. I just care if I were to date, which I'm in no position to do now, and hopefully just looking at things, it doesn't really concern me at this point for the next 5 to 10 years. But when you what was I saying? Oh yeah, when you have a good personality, and I don't want to say you don't have looks, what people consider great looks. That won't really matter to me. It's more of if you're a good person, because you can have a girl that's a 10, but if she has a bad personality, if she's not a good person, what would I get out of being with someone like that?